So, I've got a fascinating challenge for us today. How in the world do you break down a YouTube video when its entire script is just 2 words? I know, it sounds kind of impossible, right? But believe me, those 2 little words, they open up this huge rabbit hole into the super weird and kind of wonderful world of AI-generated content. So let's dive in and start peeling back the layers. Okay, here it is. This is the whole thing. The entire transcript from the YouTube short we're going to investigate. Yep, just 2 words. Okay, wow. That's it. No context, no explanation, just that. But here's the thing. What it's missing in dialogue, it totally makes up for with clues that are hiding in plain sight. And right here, this is our first major clue. The title. I mean, look at it. It's an absolute whirlwind of keywords and emotion. Just try to compare okay, wow to this. Shocking. The poor kitten has the transformer. And then it's just followed by this storm of hashtags. There's this massive disconnect, right? Between the frantic energy of the title and the basically non-existent content of the video. So all of this brings us to the central mystery. What are we looking at here? Is this a joke? Some kind of avant-garde art project? Or is it something else completely? And maybe even more important, why would anyone bother to create this and upload it? Let's follow the evidence and see where it leads. All right, let's start our investigation. We're going to begin with the title itself. Think of it like a digital crime scene. Every single word, every hashtag, it's all a clue that's pointing us toward the truth. Trust me, each piece was put there for a very, very specific reason.
You know, the really crucial point here is that the title, it's not even trying to tell a coherent story. It's engineered, it's built to appeal to completely separate audiences all at the same time. See how it starts with that emotional hook, shocking, and poor kitten? That's just to get you to click. Then, bam, it pulls in 2 totally different, huge groups of people, cat lovers and Transformers fans. It's just trying to cast the absolute widest net it possibly can.
And this just perfectly shows the difference between a title written for a person and one written for, well, a machine. A human, you or me, we'd probably write something descriptive, right? Something like, cute kitten plays with a robot toy. But a title written for an algorithm, it couldn't care less about making sense to you. All it cares about is hitting the right keywords and the right emotional triggers to get that platform's recommendation engine to push it out to more and more people.
Yeah, this whole strategy actually has a name. It's called a keyword salad. And it is exactly what it sounds like. You're just tossing a whole bunch of popular but totally disconnected terms all together. The goal isn't to make sense. The goal is to maximize how easy it is to find. The creator wants this video to pop up whether you're searching for cats, or AI, or giant robots.
And I mean, look at the hashtags. They totally confirm this keyword salad thing. You've got hashtag cat and hashtag kitten right next to hashtag Autobots. Then you've got hashtag AI and hashtag story thrown in. It's like it's openly declaring all of its ingredients. Hey, I'm an AI-generated story about a cat and a transformer, and I'm a short. It's literally just telling the algorithm exactly what to do with it. Okay, and for our final clue, just look at the channel name itself. Kitten Stories. That super simple, generic name, combined with the little misspelling of stories, that is a classic sign. It just screams that the channel was created super fast, probably by some automated system designed to just pump out tons of content, not to build some kind of memorable brand. All right, so we've gathered all our clues. Now let's start piecing them together. We're going to reveal the recipe behind this kind of content. We can pretty much reverse engineer how a video like this gets made. And spoiler alert, it's not in a fancy film studio. It's through a simple, repeatable formula. So here's what that formula probably looks like. Step 1. You identify trending topics that have huge fan bases. In this case, cats and Transformers. Easy enough? Step 2. Generate a super sensational title using those high-emotion words. Step 3. Mix all those keywords into a powerful hashtag salad. And then the final, and honestly the most important step, publish and repeat. Over and over and over again at a massive scale. The actual content, the okay wow part, it's almost beside the point.
So, okay, that's the what and the how, but now we get to the really important question. Why? Why does this bizarre, super low-effort content not only exist, but sometimes it actually works? Well, the answer has everything to do with who or what the real audience is.
Take a look at this. It really helps visualize what the recommendation algorithm is looking for. And notice what gets the biggest slice of the pie here? Keyword relevance and those emotional triggers in the title. The format, being a hash short, that's also a big deal. And what's that tiniest little slice? Oh, right, a coherent story. The system is built to prioritize signals it can easily read and measure, way over the actual quality of the story.
And that's why this stuff spreads. Think about it. It costs basically nothing to make, so you can crank out thousands of them. It targets all these different audiences at once. That weird title makes us curious, so we might click, and it's perfectly designed for the endless scroll of a shorts feed. Really, it is the perfect food for a hungry algorithm that just needs a constant stream of new material to serve up.
Okay, let's zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about one weird video. This is about a fundamental shift in media, in the stuff we watch every day. We're heading into an era where there are basically two completely different kinds of content being made, and each one has a very, very different purpose.
On one side, you've got content made for humans. You know, its goal is to inform us, entertain us, make us laugh, tell a great story. It values things we care about, like quality and originality. But then, on the other side, you have content made for machines, and its only goal is to trigger an algorithm. It values keywords, engagement metrics, and how fast you can pump it out, way above anything else. And all of this, it brings us right back to where we started, that okay wow moment. It isn't just the words in the video, it's that feeling you get, that dawning realization that the thing you're watching, it wasn't actually made for you. It was made for a system. You're not really the audience. You're just part of the machine that spreads it.
And so that leaves us with one last pretty big question to think about. As our digital world gets more and more filled with content that's optimized for algorithmic approval instead of, human connection, what happens to the stories we tell each other? What happens to our creativity? What kind of future are we actually building here? It's definitely something to think about the next time you're scrolling and you see a video that just makes you stop and say, okay, wow.